everyone. I wanted to take a few minutes today to speak from my heart to the Daystar family and friends.
Controversy around Joni Lamb. Joni Lamb has never avoided controversy. But what happens when the cameras catch her unattended? From fiery sermons to heated arguments with public figures, the moments Joni captures unfiltered often spark massive debate. But in one particular case, when she thought no one was recording, her rude and contradictory actions took the situation to a new level. Join us, and we will show you the shocking and unexpected hidden camera footage of Joni Lamb. Joni Lamb didn't know a camera was recording and did this. Joni Lamb is a well-known figure in Christian media, but her career has not been without controversy. As a co-founder of Daystar television network, she has built a massive platform for religious broadcasting. Yet her actions and views have frequently placed her at the center of heated debates. While she presents herself as a steadfast defender of Christian values, many question the contradictions in her words and actions. The divide between her public persona and the reality behind the scenes has fueled criticism, especially when unexpected moments capture her in ways she may not have intended. One of the biggest controversies surrounding Joni Lamb stems from the disconnect between her advocacy for traditional Christian marriage and her personal experiences. As a vocal proponent of family values, she has consistently preached about the sanctity of marriage and the importance of commitment. However, her own marriage to Marcus Lamb faced public scrutiny when it was revealed that he had engaged in an extramarital affair. Joni Lamb addressed the situation publicly, presenting it as a test of faith and a lesson in forgiveness. While some of her supporters admired her ability to handle the scandal with grace, others saw it as an attempt to control the narrative and maintain the credibility of Daystar television. The affair and subsequent media coverage raised questions about whether her teachings on marriage and morality were truly being upheld in her own life. After Marcus Lamb's passing, new rumors and speculation surfaced about Joni's next steps. Some questioned whether she would remarry, and if so, how that would align with the values she has long promoted. For many, this situation reinforced a common criticism of religious leaders, preaching one set of moral standards while living by another. Joni Lamb's unwavering stance on conservative Christian values has also led to clashes with other religious figures. Unlike some televangelists who have adapted their messaging to reflect societal shifts, she has remained firm in her beliefs, often calling out those she believes have strayed from biblical truth. One of the most notable conflicts has been with pastors such as Joel Osteen and T.D. Jakes, who are known for their more inclusive approach to faith. Joni has subtly criticized leaders who she believes have softened their message to appeal to mainstream audiences, accusing them of prioritizing popularity over truth. This has led to ongoing tensions within the Christian media world, as some view her as a bold truth-teller, while others see her as unnecessarily divisive. Additionally, her strong opposition to LGBTQ rights and gender equality in church leadership has made her a polarizing figure. Progressive Christian leaders have accused her of using her platform to spread exclusionary rhetoric rather than focusing on love and acceptance. The divide between her and more modern religious movements continues to grow, adding to the list of controversies attached to her name. Another major source of controversy is the financial operations of Daystar television network. While Joni Lamb has positioned the network as a ministry dedicated to spreading the gospel, reports and investigations have raised concerns about how the organization manages its wealth. In 2020, Daystar received a significant amount of federal COVID-19 relief funds intended to help struggling businesses and nonprofits. However, it was later revealed that a portion of these funds was used to purchase a multi-million-dollar private jet. The revelation sparked outrage, with many questioning whether a religious network should be using public funds for luxury expenses. Although Joni Lamb defended the decision, stating that the plane was necessary for ministry-related travel, critics saw it as yet another example of the prosperity gospel at play. This controversy reinforced the belief that televangelists often use religion as a means to amass wealth while calling on their followers to make financial sacrifices. Perhaps one of the most revealing moments about Joni Lamb's character came when she was caught on camera in an unguarded moment. While she is known for maintaining a composed and polished demeanor on air, footage allegedly captured her making comments or displaying behavior that contradicted her public image. Though details of this moment remain speculative, the very idea that an unfiltered side of Joni Lamb was exposed further fueled debates about her authenticity. Some viewers saw it as proof that she carefully curates her public persona, while others defended her, arguing that everyone has moments of frustration or imperfection. Regardless of the specifics, The incident served as a reminder that religious leaders, especially those with a significant media presence, are constantly under scrutiny. In today's digital age, where cameras are always rolling and social media amplifies every controversy, maintaining an untarnished image is nearly impossible. Joni Lamb's influence in Christian media is undeniable, but so are the controversies that surround her. From conflicts with fellow religious leaders to financial scandals and personal contradictions, she remains a figure who elicits both admiration and criticism. Her firm stance on traditional values keeps her relevant among conservative Christians, yet her actions often raise questions about the integrity of her message. The idea that she was caught in an unexpected moment on camera only adds another layer to the ongoing debate about her authenticity. Whether seen as a dedicated servant of God or a televangelist benefiting from the power of media, one thing is clear: Joni Lamb will continue to be a subject of discussion in the world of faith-based broadcasting.
They do the semi-annual telethon there. I think they call it Heart for the World now. There's a room there just full of phones and cubicles and several hundred people in there that just answer phones all day. And the prayer department was in charge of taking the calls during the telethon when people would call in to donate. But every once in a while, the call volume would be so high that all company employees would be required to be on standby on their phone. And so this was one of those particular occasions. The call volume was exceptionally high. And lo and behold, my phone rang. I answer it, and it's this sweet little elderly lady, and she's weeping, and she's telling me that she's completely in debt. She has nothing, no money, but she does have a last little bit on her credit card, and she's going to give that to Daystar because the person on air said that if you give $1,000 today, God is going to give you $10,000 back.
The history of Daystar and Joni Lamb's journey. Joni Lamb's journey in Christian media began alongside her late husband, Marcus Lamb. The couple shared a passion for spreading the gospel and believed that television could be a powerful tool for evangelism. In the early 1980s, Marcus was already involved in ministry work, traveling as a preacher, but he and Joni saw the potential of reaching a much wider audience through television. Their first major venture into broadcasting came in 1984, when they established their first Christian television station in Montgomery, Alabama. The small station operated with limited resources but was fueled by their unwavering commitment to their mission. The couple dedicated themselves to creating content that would inspire and educate Christians, believing that television could be more than just entertainment, it could be a ministry. As the station grew in influence, the Lambs relocated to Texas in the 1990s to expand their vision. This move was a turning point in their journey as they began laying the foundation for what would eventually become Daystar Television Network. In 1997, Marcus and Joni Lamb officially launched Daystar Television Network, a 24-hour Christian television network that aimed to provide biblical teaching, worship, and family-friendly programming to a global audience. Unlike many other religious networks that were tied to specific denominations, Daystar positioned itself as a broad Christian platform that welcomed various church leaders and ministries. Joni played a crucial role in shaping the network's content and outreach. While Marcus handled much of the network's leadership and strategic growth, Joni became one of the faces of Daystar. She hosted programs, interviewed influential religious leaders, and provided a strong female voice in a largely male-dominated space. One of the most successful programs she created was Joni Table Talk, a talk show that focused on a mix of biblical discussions, personal testimonies, and real-world issues. The show became one of Daystar's flagship programs, drawing in a loyal audience and featuring high-profile Christian speakers. Joni's ability to connect with guests and discuss complex topics in a relatable manner made her a respected figure among Christian women. Daystar's influence rapidly expanded, and the network grew to reach millions of viewers across multiple continents. Today, it is one of the largest religious broadcasting networks in the world, with a presence in over 200 countries. Despite its success, Daystar has faced numerous challenges, including financial scrutiny and ethical controversies. One of the biggest issues that raised concerns about the network's operations was its financial management. In 2020, Daystar received millions of dollars in federal COVID-19 relief funds through the Paycheck Protection Program, PPP, which was designed to help struggling businesses and nonprofits. However, shortly after receiving the funds, the network purchased a multi-million-dollar private jet. The revelation sparked public outcry, with many questioning whether a Christian ministry should be using taxpayer money for luxury purchases. Critics argued that the funds should have gone towards supporting employees or charitable initiatives rather than expensive travel accommodations. Joni Lamb, along with Daystar representatives, defended the purchase, claiming that the jet was a necessary tool for ministry-related travel. However, the controversy left a lasting stain on the network's reputation, with many calling for greater transparency in how religious organizations handle their finances. Another major controversy involved the infidelity scandal of Marcus Lamb, which surfaced in 2010. It was revealed that Marcus had engaged in an extramarital affair, a revelation that shocked many in the Christian community. Joni Lamb addressed the situation publicly, framing it as a moment of spiritual challenge and redemption. While some supporters praised her for standing by her husband and promoting forgiveness, others saw it as hypocrisy, given Daystar's firm stance on biblical marriage and morality. The scandal did not significantly impact the network's operations, but it did highlight the challenges of maintaining a religious public image while dealing with personal struggles. The passing of Marcus Lamb in November 2021 marked a significant turning point for both Daystar and Joni Lamb's personal journey. After his death due to complications from COVID-19, Joni stepped into a more prominent leadership role within the network. Her transition into the lead role was met with mixed reactions. Some saw it as a natural continuation of the mission she and Marcus had built together, while others questioned whether she could maintain the network's influence without her husband's leadership. Under Joni's direction, Daystar has continued its commitment to Christian broadcasting, but there have been noticeable shifts in the network's programming. She has placed an even greater emphasis on issues related to faith, health, and cultural topics, often aligning with conservative Christian and political narratives. Her outspoken views on religious freedom, vaccine skepticism, and government policies have made her an increasingly polarizing figure in both Christian and secular media circles. Additionally, her future within the Christian media landscape remains a subject of speculation. There have been rumors about whether she plans to remarry and how that might affect her standing as a Christian leader. Others have questioned whether Daystar will evolve under her leadership or remain in its traditional format. Despite the controversies and challenges, Joni Lamb's impact on Christian media cannot be denied. As one of the few women leading a major Christian television network, she has broken barriers and created a space for Christian discussions that reach millions worldwide. However, the question remains, what does the future hold for Daystar? With the increasing digitization of media and the rise of independent Christian content creators, traditional networks like Daystar must adapt to stay relevant. Joni Lamb will need to navigate these changes carefully, ensuring that the network continues to serve its mission while addressing the criticisms and evolving expectations of modern audiences. Whether viewed as a steadfast leader or a controversial figure, Joni Lamb's journey in Christian media is a testament to the power of faith, ambition, and the complexities of religious broadcasting. Daystar's history is deeply intertwined with her story, and as she moves forward, she will undoubtedly continue to shape the conversation around faith and media in the years to come.
Recently, Daystar made the decision to terminate my son Jonathan Lamb's employment. That decision was not taken lightly. It followed a 15-month review of Jonathan's performance and his refusal to take any steps to satisfy a detailed performance improvement plan put in place. He also refused my offer to participate in a formal mediation to resolve grievances in a biblical and professional manner. Rather than take any steps to improve his performance at Daystar, it seems clear now that Jonathan was focused on fabricating a smear campaign. You see, Jonathan was extremely disappointed that he was not named the future president of Daystar following the death of his father and my husband, Marcus Lamb, despite the fact that Marcus had given a clear directive to the family and to the board that I would succeed him as president. Jonathan's disappointment in not getting his way only deepened when I married Dr. Doug Weiss, who has been such a blessing to me, the rest of my family, and Daystar.
Rumors about Joni Lamb from others. Joni Lamb is no stranger to public scrutiny. As one of the most well-known Christian media personalities, her life and decisions are constantly examined by both her supporters and critics. While some view her as a dedicated spiritual leader, others believe that there are hidden aspects of her life that she carefully manages to keep away from the public eye. Over the years, numerous rumors have circulated about her personal choices, leadership style, and the future of Daystar television network. Whether these rumors hold any truth or are simply products of speculation, they continue to fuel discussions about Joni Lamb's true persona. One of the most persistent rumors surrounding Joni Lamb is about her personal life, especially after the passing of her husband, Marcus Lamb, in 2021. Many within Christian circles have speculated about whether she will remarry. Some believe she has already been considering a new relationship but is keeping it private to avoid backlash from conservative followers. Others argue that any potential remarriage would contradict the strict views on marriage and commitment that she and Marcus promoted for years.
At your mother's request, we called you back in here so John could talk to you. And we'd give you 24 hours from the time we signed this. That's roughly 2:30 to 3 o'clock tomorrow. If you can sign that, come back in to Arnold's office, sign the piece of paper, okay? Read it, do you comfortable with it, and then sign the piece of paper tomorrow. You have until basically, I say 3 o'clock. That's 24 hours from the time that we sign it. If you do not do that, then you are removing yourself from the board and removing yourself from your vice president position, and you are then an employee. You're still an employee. That's where we are. Now, technically,
some insiders claim that Joni has received attention from influential Christian figures who see her as an important leader in the faith-based broadcasting world. There have even been whispers that she might align herself with another well-known televangelist or Christian leader through marriage to maintain Daystar's strong presence. Regardless of the truth behind these speculations, her personal life remains a topic of interest, especially among those who believe that she presents one image in public while living by a different set of rules in private. Another widely discussed rumor revolves around tensions within the Daystar television network. While Joni Lamb is seen as the face of the network, many believe that there have been internal disagreements about the direction of Daystar under her leadership. Some reports suggest that longtime employees and even close associates have expressed concerns about her decision-making style. Allegedly, some high-ranking figures at Daystar have questioned whether Joni is equipped to lead the network on her own, or if changes in leadership should be considered. Critics within the network have reportedly disagreed with her increased focus on political content, believing that it shifts the network away from its original purpose of spreading the gospel.
we had to pass a motion to do that because technically you were gone. You had already removed yourself
you
from the board.
dismissed me.
Well, because you did not do it. Technically, you removed yourself from the board.
I didn't remove
Technically,
myself.
you
You
removed yourself
dismissed
from
me.
vice president. At her request, we passed a motion to give you 24 hours to reconsider. Before you get your letter from Daystar telling you that's what the situation is. Now, you with me? You understand?
I understand.
So until 3 o'clock tomorrow, you have to go home, pray, talk, do whatever you want to, then come back into Arnold's office and read that until you're comfortable to sign it or not sign it.
Okay.
And if you sign it, then we are bound, you're bound by it just like the rest of it.
Yeah.
If you don't sign it, you have removed yourself from the board.
There are also rumors that certain key figures have left Daystar due to conflicts with Joni over how financial matters are handled, given that the network has already faced scrutiny over its spending, including the controversial purchase of a private jet using COVID-19 relief funds. Speculation about financial disagreements within the organization has only intensified. While Daystar remains one of the most prominent Christian networks, the ongoing whispers about leadership struggles suggest that all is not as harmonious behind the scenes as it appears on camera. Many of the rumors surrounding Joni Lamb focus on the contrast between her public persona and how she reportedly behaves in private. While she presents herself as a devout Christian who strictly follows biblical principles, critics argue that she may not always practice what she preaches. For example, some sources claim that she is far more business-minded than she lets on.
A lot has been going on over the last couple of years that we just couldn't talk about. But we've given over all of our evidence over to multiple reporters, including the police department. Daystar was contacted for a comment by the journalist Friday, November 15th, and then I was subsequently fired the following day, November 16th.
Some scary things happened. Being followed, private investigators, intimidation, threats. Even through all of that, things don't stop. So we felt like we had no other option but to reach out to a journalist. When you bring things to the light, things, get better. So that's what we did.
Absolutely. And, I really felt from the Lord that even though a lot of wrong had been done to me, that I was to stand firm in the position that God had called me to and to not walk away. Right now, Susie and I are at an undisclosed location because we simply do not feel safe at our home.
While Daystar is publicly framed as a ministry, skeptics argue that it operates more like a profit-driven company, with Joni playing a key role in ensuring its financial success. They point to her involvement in high-profile fundraising efforts, her access to luxury lifestyles, and the network's significant revenue as evidence that her leadership is as much about business as it is about faith. Others speculate that she has carefully crafted an image of humility and dedication while maintaining a level of exclusivity and privilege that sets her apart from the everyday Christians who support Daystar. These rumors often emerge in discussions about televangelists and Christian media figures, with critics arguing that many of them use faith as a tool for influence and financial gain. Another source of speculation is Joni Lamb's increasing involvement in conservative political movements. While religious broadcasting has always had some connection to politics, her support for certain figures and policies has raised eyebrows, even among her followers. Some claim that Joni is using her platform to push a political agenda rather than strictly focusing on faith-based programming. This has led to discussions about whether she is aligning herself too closely with political figures who may not fully embody Christian values but offer benefits to Daystar in terms of exposure and influence.